The real estate market has been very active in the last 12 months, but with all the wild events of last year and all the uncertainties coming up this year, is now really a good time for you to sell your home? That's what we're talking about today in this real estate update. Hey everyone, it's Victor with EXP Realty, and in this video we're talking about whether or not it's the right time for you to sell your home. Yes, it's a seller's market, and yes, buyer demand is at an all-time high, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's the right time for you to sell your home. So let's look at a few things that could help you make that decision. So yeah, right now is certainly a very strong seller's market, but what exactly does that mean? A lot of times real estate agents will use that term seller's market or buyer's market, and essentially what that means is that one of those two will have an advantage in this transaction process. For example, last month we had a total of about 8,500 new homes for sale, which was one of the lowest amounts in about 2 years. On the other hand, the average number of days on market for new listings has decreased to about 10 days. We use days on market to determine the amount of demand there is in the housing market. The more demand there is, the more buyers we can assume are looking for homes. Essentially what this shows us is that there are far more buyers in today's housing market than there are sellers, which means that sellers will inherently have an enormous advantage in the negotiation process of a home sale. Another factor to think about is the costs involved in selling your home. This is something that I like to go over with clients to really help them understand the pros and cons while making this decision. For most people, the biggest cost involved, so to speak, with selling their home is the amount of money it takes to pay off their mortgage. When the sale of your home is complete, you'll be required to pay off your mortgage and close the account. Whatever the amount is that is required to close the account will be deducted from the proceeds of the sale of your home at closing. Keep in mind that when you're calculating this number, many lenders will have a payoff amount that is different than the balance of your loan. This is due to things like daily interest, taxes and insurance, and any fees associated with closing the account. Other costs involved in selling the home are a broker's fee, typically 6% of the sales price of the home, any unpaid property taxes or liens on the home, HOA fees or title fees. Many sellers are concerned that if they do decide to sell their home, they may not be able to find a home to buy before closing on the home that they're selling. Obviously, this is a very valid concern and something that I advise my clients to be prepared for before listing their home. A few things to keep in mind in this specific situation is you absolutely need to be pre-approved for a new loan before listing your home for sale. Also, while this time can be very stressful, it's important to have an agent who can keep negotiations working on your term while trying to simultaneously buy and sell a home. One tool that I use for clients in this situation is a home sale contingency. It allows the buyer the peace of mind of knowing that they won't be responsible for the purchase of their home if the sale of their home is not successful. So just to wrap up, when trying to determine if it's the right time for you to sell your home, it really just depends on you and your specific situation. Remember that when you have a real estate agent, you're the one who makes the decisions, you're the boss, not the real estate agent. As always, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to reach out. All of my contact information is in the description of the video. Until next time.